the Bullet Club led up Chikara and Bryce Remsburg here. AJ Styles, one of the most popular wrestlers in the world, making his Chikara debut along with former Campeón de Parejas, our old friends, the Young Bucks.
I tell you, Bryce, you say AJ Styles is one of the most popular wrestlers in the world. This is King of Trios. You're looking at arguably the best tag team in the world. Arguably. Former IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. You're looking at possibly the greatest singles wrestler in the world today. Former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion in AJ Styles. They're here together as a team for King of Trios.
And now Fire Ant locking it up. What in the world? The hottest property in Chikara, showing one of the best in the universe what he's got.
Oh man, I tell you, AJ Styles and Fire Ant, I've been wanting them to mix it up since this match was announced, and we got it.
Well, early in the super kick party there, but the back elbow finds him. And Pharaoh Ant, I understand
that's right, the former Amasis, and again, I think maybe just for King of Trios weekend, perhaps, a show of solidarity amongst his fellow Ant brethren.
Battle Hive brethren here, right through the ropes. Right behind him is Worker Ant, the black and blue bruiser here, picking up Matt Jackson and a British Bulldog style power slam. Right behind you, Worker Ant. Oh, caught him there, snuck in, had him scouted. Oh, and there's a double super kick, and the party has begun. That's one thing about AJ and the Young Bucks. Their work is so prolific. It's so easy to study tape of these three. They're everywhere. They wrestle all over the world. And they're the coolest dads I know. Now, come on now. So proud of themselves. If the Young Bucks were as talented as they think they are, they'd walk on water. They're very talented, don't get me wrong, but man, oh man.
Right now, I think they got like one step, they said.
It's probably their super kicking foot,
That's right.
But man, oh man, making their Chikara debut all the way back, if I'm not mistaken, 2008 or 2009. The Young Bucks, one of their first appearances on the East Coast was in a Chikara ring. Also, former King of Trios finalist along with Mike Bennett back in 2012.
They sure know how to pick their partners when it comes to King of Trios, I'll tell you that much.
Around he goes, and waiting right for him here. AJ Styles with quite a backbreaker.
I tell you, Bryce, I'll never forget the first time I ever saw AJ Styles. It was on an episode of Thunder, of all things, back in 2000, teaming with Air Paris. And I was blown away. 2001, the King of the Indies out in California. The match that he had with Chris Daniels. Sure. Who would have thought? Here we are 14 years later. He was unbelievable then. Now, he's just beyond phenomenal.
Absolutely. You're absolutely beyond phenomenal. I was there when he went to the finals of the Super 8 in 2002, the Donovan Morgan one. Remember that guy, Donovan Morgan? Absolutely, just one of the forerunners of modern independent wrestling, former TNA World Champion, you name it, just one of the most in-demand guys. And despite their poor attitude, it's an honor and privilege to have them part of King of Trios here. Nicely done by the Young Bucks. Oh, and a knee from AJ, just so effective as a unit.
And again, you talked about the prolificness of this Bullet Club contingent. Prolificity of this Bullet Club contingency, conspicuous by his absence, of course. Cody Hall, Tama Tonga. If I listed all the members of the Bullet Club, we'd be here all night.
Big Doc Gallows, I was on a show with him last week.
Carl Anderson, the Bullet Babe.
Jeff Jarrett.
I still call him Double J. But again, you talked about how prolific they are, and of course you can study about them, but it's still another thing. You can know what they're going to do, but to beat them is another thing. Battle Hive showing solidarity tonight, doing really well in Challenge the Immortals. Are they going to be able to beat the Bullet Club?
In many ways, they're kind of defending the fort. They're representing Chikara against these outsiders. Beautiful high shuttle block there by Pharaoh Ant, as it were, tonight. Spins around nicely, done with that low-flying end of Yuri, and there isn't a lot of slow speed in action. Matches like this involving the Young Bucks. And I mean, you can't be closer. They've been wrestling together since their backyard days, back in suburban Los Angeles, probably 10 or 12 years ago. Matt, the older brother, but still both of them very experienced. They've known each other their entire lives. And what a clothesline by AJ Styles, just dumping Pharaoh right on the top of his new antenna. And the phenomenal one is in the driver's seat of this first round match.
And you mentioned how long that these men have been wrestling, and the Young Bucks and AJ Styles, of course, young veterans in the world of professional wrestling. Absolutely. The Young Bucks not even 30 years old, and they've got almost 15 years experience.
Especially when you measure a veteran as how often you wrestle. I mean, the Young Bucks, they wrestle 3 or 4 times a week.
Sure.
150, 200 matches a year. So, I mean, these are very busy years they're having. You'll find a 30-year veteran that wrestles once a month, but this is
a much different story. As we keep saying, we can't stress enough, among the most in-demand professional wrestlers on the planet.
And we saw a little bit earlier in the contest, AJ Styles threw a fire ant to the outside. Again, not familiar with the rules system here in Chikara, perhaps. Now he's getting on the. That's right. Now he's getting on the trolley as he's preventing Pharaoh Ant from escaping the ring to force that tag to one of the other members of Battle Hive into the contest. And Young Bucks doing what they do best, and that's get under people's skin.
Oh, jeez! Backflip drop kick in stereo where available on the biz clues in the driver's seat. That's what the good brothers say.
I was gonna say they're missing a couple letters from the Bullet Club.
Respecting the rules, AJ Styles. Oh, man.
Oh, and now showing no respect here.
Antenna ringer now. And now Matt on the top. Oh, man. Double stomp on the antenna. And they're so proud of themselves. They're so proud of themselves.
And again, we can't be surprised by these antics out of the Young Bucks.
Antics.
Oh.
That was an accident, wasn't it?
It absolutely was. I hate puns.
You love puns. Now there you see the rule system. They've adapted it, trying to roll to the floor. And Pharaoh Ant isn't going anywhere.
Shot to the midsection here. Pharaoh Ant trying to get back up to his feet. And he is in the Bullet Club part of the ring.
I mean, if you ask them, the whole ring is the Bullet Club ring. Pulling him up by the tights now, making sure he can't make that tag to the fresh fire and or worker ant. I guess it'll be or, not both.
Up
oh, now
up.
Come on, AJ! Oh! Miscommunication! And AJ eats a knee from Nick Jackson. They are way too concerned about what they did to AJ and a lot less worried about Pharaoh, but unfortunately, neither of his partners are on the ring apron.
I was about to say it, Bryce, if there was ever an opportunity for Pharaoh Ant to make that tag, but there's no one there for him to tag out too.
Slips out, and he touches the floor, and under the rule system, the Bucks know it, and so does Fire Ant. That's a tag. What? Double Rana!
Fire Ant taking on both members of the Young Bucks by himself. Getting ready to launch himself.
Oh my goodness! A one-ant antipulse! And fire flies through the skies, the hottest property in all the land, nails a dive. And AJ Styles has found his way into the ring, and Fire Ant perched on that top rope. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the wrong part of town! That's the wrong part of town, either with AJ Styles!
Oh, and Fire Ant was ready for it. You saw him grab the outside of the leg of AJ Styles to prevent that. Now what's AJ going for?
AJ out of 2.
Imagine the headlines it would make if Fire Ant were to pin AJ Styles here tonight at King of Trios. He would make a name for himself worldwide.
He didn't get all the snap on that Yoshi tonic that he wanted. He didn't quite get it hooked all the way, but a very effective maneuver. And in comes Nick Jackson. That's the guy he wanted to hit with a knee.
And there you see Worker Ant, perhaps the strongest man, the biggest man for sure in this contest, using that brute force, that brute strength, just to muscle the Young Bucks around and toss them.
And he's coming for AJ, squishing the corner. Here comes Fire Ant. Here comes Pharaoh Ant with a nice drop kick.
And now this is the moment that Battle Hive needs. They've got one member of the Bullet Club isolated. They're stringing together a bunch of offense. There's the cover. I don't think it matters.
One might argue the hardest member of the Bullet Club to pin. Used to singles matches, used to high-profile worldwide Tokyo Dome sellout singles matches. What a feather in the cap to be for Worker and any of these guys. As you said, what a way to catch headlines worldwide to pin any of these three men. Like there's targets on their back. Many would think, in some ways, the #1 seed.
Sure.
So
They were the first team announced for King of Dreams.
Yep. 6 months ago, we knew they were coming.
Worker in here jockeying for position. Look at how quick AJ got out of that. A blink of an eye, he was out and on his feet.
And Dare to the apron, making a pair. Now here comes oh man! I don't know if it was kicks or forms or what it was, but it wasn't fun. Misses, but eats a kick from AJ. Oh no! Oh! Absolute destruction in the corner. Brain buster by the phenomenal one. Fire in with the kick. Super kick party by the Bucks. Double clothesline by Worker in.
Keep your eye on AJ Styles.
Found the enziguri, the mark of a veteran, the mark of a pro. Did get only one off the springboard, but was just waiting with the enziguri. Don't worry about the ropes, worry about Pharaoh Ant.
He was getting ready for that Styles clash, and Pharaoh Ant, as you mentioned, was there to put a stop to whatever AJ Styles had in
Out
mind.
in the ropes, that's not going to work. That's not the guy you want. Momentary confusion there by Pharaoh Ant. Slingshot X Factor, moonsault to the floor.
Matt Jackson now, what do they have in mind?
Got him up in a fireman's carry.
From the old playbook.
Oh! One hit the knees and one hit nothing. And now rolls through one. Oh, 2 count from Larry Peace, and this one's going to continue.
Folks, I don't know if you'd call that one an upset or not, but it doesn't matter because the match continues. Pharaoh Ant in there now. All 3 members of the Bullet Club taking him on with a series of shots. Open hand strikes, chops. He is a house of fire, is Pharaoh Ant. And now the Bullet Club trying to cover up, trying to absorb some of those shots.
The numbers game's going to catch up, but you're the fun part. Big Sonny and Cher fan there is, oh no, wait a second now. Tombstone, springboard, leapfrog, throws him over, probably a Meltzer driver, but this, super kicks low, hook in the arms, Styles clash, and the Bullet Club have punched their ticket to the quarterfinals.